Good morning. It is my early morning editing self here. I just wanted to pop in and say I filmed this February garden tour right at the end of February on the 28th, and things have got a little crazy around the house. I didn't quite get it out in February. Nothing has changed really in the last couple days, so I thought I would just share it with you now. But I do say in it that it's a February tour. It's not really February as I'm placing this out, but it was technically February when I filmed it. So anyways, I hope you enjoy this little garden tour, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey there, and welcome to the garden. It is one of the last days of February here, and we are having a little bit of a snowstorm, but I thought I would still give you a bit of a garden tour. I almost wasn't going to do a February garden tour because there's really not that much going on, but there are a few things growing. Things are starting to sprout and starting to plant, and I thought it would be nice to just kind of record where we are here at the end of February. So I'm going to turn the camera around and give you a little tour. I just took off a couple of the row covers. I planted a few radishes out here, and so I thought, yeah, might as well show you. And it's kind of fun that it's snowing out as well. We really haven't gotten any snow this winter, so this is a little bit of a novelty here. But despite the snow, the garden is totally waking up. So as you can see, the butterfly bush here is really starting to grow. I did go ahead and trim this back. It looks really healthy and happy. And I think this grow bag has been a perfect container for it because there's just so much drainage. It can't really get too wet. And yeah, I mean, it's just looking beautiful. Super happy. Then we've got a few more pots, just kind of the perennials waking up a little bit. You can see the catmint is starting to come up. This is lesser catmint, one of my favorite plants, and it's been growing just beautifully in that container. It's looking really happy, and I'm excited to see that it's just coming right back up. I did plant a few peas around some of my other perennials. So this is a Heliopsis in this container, and you can see the first little peas starting to sprout. There's also like a little weed or something there, but there is one of the first pea shoots. So there's a few more peas in here. They're starting to come up, and these are all I think this is the Lexington pea, so it's a dwarf variety shelling pea, so it'll be really interesting to see how that one grows, but doing really well. And this container over here by the unheated greenhouse, so I will do a full tour of all the seedlings in the unheated greenhouse, but everything's doing great in there, and this container has totally bounced back. It was hit pretty hard in our winter freeze, but the parsley is looking really nice and starting to kind of take off now that we've had a little bit of warmer weather. It's starting to look happy. Oop, another weed in here. This is good. I can get some weeding done while we walk around. And then this is lancenato kale, which did get hit by that cold snap we got, but it's starting to flush out now. And this is even like I could start harvesting this as baby greens. So that is really encouraging to see and kind of cool. And then we'll just move over to the raised beds because this is corn salad, and look how happy this corn salad is. It has just like really taken off. It's so beautiful. I am going to probably be a little bit more intentional next year about making a real whole like swath of this, but it has just handled all the cold temperatures we got, all that crazy weather. It's had no problem. Now it's getting snowed on. I'm going to cover it back up because I have been having it under the row covers, so I will cover it up when we're done with this video, but it's been doing beautifully. And then over here we've got some garlic and onions that I seeded, and in and around it some radicchio that is actually starting to kind of take off as well. I feel like in the last 2 weeks we really had a big boost in things really starting to flesh out and really grow. Oh my gosh, look at these big snowflakes now. This is so fun. And then there's some kale, and I just planted some radishes in here as well. So this bed is starting to really flesh out a little bit, which is nice. And then over here I have the rat's tail radishes I just planted. We've got some Russian sages coming back up, a bunch of onions, and then there's a few perennials. These are some coneflowers,
And then I'm growing the foxglove and then some parsley more seeded and a couple other perennials in here. So this again also has a row cover on it typically. And I just took it off because I was planting some of the radishes in here. So it's open now, but it's gonna be covered again just to give a little bit more protection. Honestly, they don't need it. I'm really contemplating taking the row covers off soon. But since we're getting a snowstorm now today's not going to be the day that the row covers are going to stay off. I will put them back on just to protect everything a little bit. But yeah, we are right on the edge because we're starting to get some real nice warm weather coming in. And so there's not really any point to have row covers on everything. Oh, the snow is so pretty. If you hear anything, all the neighborhood kids are coming out and playing in the snow. So that's what you hear in the background. But look how beautiful. So it's landing on the Morris Hedding collards, which are looking gorgeous. They, again, yeah, just starting to really fill out. They're doing great. They look so pretty with all the snow. And then the violas are taking off. So these are just like really completely in their element now. This time of year is really prime time for violas, and I keep saying it, I'm going to say it again, I'm going to fill up my garden beds with violas next year. I'm going to start a ton from seed, and I just want them everywhere because they're so gorgeous. And if you just stay on top of deadheading, they just bloom and bloom and bloom and bloom, and it's the most amazing thing. Some more this is, let's see, this is anise hyssop, I think, in here, a mango tango, and then we've got some daffodils coming up, starting to have some sight of some bulbs. So this is hopefully going to be a really pretty show. I am going to plant a bit of lettuce, and I may stick some of that in some of these other containers just to have a little bit more going on in here. Hopefully we have, yeah, just a beautiful showing within the next, month or so. And let's see, yeah, more violas blooming. Then we've got the, this is the clematis starting to show some signs of life. Both of my clematis plants made it through the winter. So that is really encouraging. It makes me very happy. And I planted peas around them too. And the peas are starting to come up. So there's all little peas. I started prepping this area. This is where my tomatoes are going to go. I put a little bit of borage in here, and we'll have, I'm going to put in more compost and prepare that area so I can grow some tomatoes up along the fence. That is the plan. And then let's see, okay, under this row cover, we've got carrots. They're still looking good. Starting to size up a little bit. I can see a few starting to poke up, but I'm just kind of leaving them alone and letting them just, do their thing. And I'll just leave them and let them grow. But the row covers are nice, just providing a little bit of extra protection. And I'm starting to see starting to see buds on the willow tree. And over here on the lemon-yeast elderberry, I planted a wisteria this week. So we've got a wisteria that's going to be growing up along the fence over there, which is going to be fun. And then I have a bunch of peas started under here, which I'm not going to take that row cover off because I've got it all secured with poles here, and I just don't want to mess with that. But hopefully we'll have a bunch of peas. And I plan this week on planting out all of the other violas that I started this winter. They're in the unheated greenhouse hardening off right now. And I plan this week to plant them out around the peas too. And that's going to kind of be like my spring garden-y spring area, and hopefully be really beautiful and really nice. Gosh, the snow, it's like a snow globe out here. This never happens for us. It's really fun. The last real area of the garden are all of these containers, and as you can see, more collards doing really beautiful. I've been harvesting them a little bit and eating them. And we've got the this is my rutabagas, which are I'm just so excited that they're growing. I've got onions in and around them, and of course my little blueberry bush starting to bud up. We've got a cabbage here that looks a little sad, but at least it adds some greenery in this area. So I'm leaving it because I want to have something green. And then this is my newest creation, and you can tell me if you think this is a good idea or a bad idea, but we've got a double-decker hanging basket. I did go ahead and fill in this viola basket with some more violas. How beautiful are all these? These I started from seed. These guys are from the garden center, and they all look so good. These I planted in the fall. I mean, just gorgeous. I don't have anything in this hanging basket yet, but I'm trying to think of what I want to do, but I don't know. I just thought it was kind of cool to hang, like having both of them double-decker levels. I don't know. We'll see if I keep going, but I thought it would be kind of fun. You could put like a vine down here and let it grow up both for the summer. It's just an idea. So, you know, we'll think about that. But anyways, that is the February garden. My hand's starting to get cold, so I think I'm gonna run inside once I cover up these beds. But it's looking really beautiful and fun out here, and it's just encouraging to start seeing some things budding up and starting to grow. So anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me on a snowy day out here in the garden, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.